Hi, I was researching on the internet yesterday about anything that may be happening in March, and I came across this article about two comets that are closely approaching. They knew of one because it had passed us 2 years ago, and this other one they just discovered, I believe, in January. We'll look at the article dates in a second. So two comets in similar orbits are approaching Earth. One of them, Comet P 2016 BA14 Pan-STARRS, will be the closest comet in 246 years. Okay, so that's the one that they just discovered. A pair of comets showing very similar orbits are approaching Earth, while both will pass at safe distance. One of them will have a record-breaking close flyby. Comet 252P Linear 12 was already known to be passing the Earth on March 21st, 2016, at a distance of just over 3 million miles. This is about 14 times the Earth-Moon distance. Okay, in itself sets no record. But recently, astronomers learned that this comet has company, or they believe possibly it was larger and it broke in half. On January 22nd, 2016, so just over a month ago, and it's coming next month, so that tells you sometimes they find these things at the last minute, because it's just going to be 2 months from the time they found it to the time it passes us next month. The Pan-STARRS Observatory in Hawaii detected an object with a similar orbit that was preliminary designated as Asteroid 2016 BA14. Further observations show a cometary tail, suggesting that the object is a comet and not an asteroid. Did Comet 252P split in two? They may find out soon when they pass and they're able to observe them. However, the second one, Pan-STARRS, will safely pass Earth on March 22nd. So that's the very next day. So they're supposed to be here March 21st and 22nd, passing even closer than Comet 252P. It will fly by at just almost 2 million miles, or 9 lunar distances, which is very close for a comet. In fact, this comet will set a record as the third closest known comet to pass our planet in recorded history. Okay, so then they give you some details of the closest comet in 1770 at 1.4 million miles, and then Comet 55P 1366 U1 in October 1366 at 8.9 lunar distances. All right, and then there was May 1983. It passed at 12.2. So this one is going to be around 9 lunar distances, so it's going to take the third place. They're saying that they'll get some better pictures. There'll definitely be some pictures that they'll be taking as these objects pass. And then they said, will this new comet produce meteors? Because you always have debris that is trailing these comets. And there's 2 of them coming by, a day apart. So they say probably not, but according to astronomers, there's a slight possibility of seeing a few meteors related to Comet P 2016 BA14 around March 20th, so a couple days before it passes. So heads up around that date just in case. All right, there's another article on weather.com that was dated February 23rd that talks about the same thing, the 2 comets. And if you go to JPL, Near Earth Object Program, it's neo.jpl.nasa.gov/California/ you can scroll down to March 21st and 22nd. And you'll see the linear comet right here for March 21st, the lunar distance. They don't have an estimated size. Okay, but they have the velocity. And then Pan-STARRS is the very next day. 9.2 lunar distances. They have the sizes 340 to 750 meters, and the velocity is a bit faster. Sort of odd that they don't have an exact size for the first comet. All right. Also the other day, so that's March 21st and 22nd. They said if there are any meteors that come from them, we might see some of those March 20th. So keep those dates in mind, March 20th to the 22nd. I did a video the other day about the asteroid 2013 TX68, which they're watching. Sorry. It's supposed to be coming on March 8th, or passing by March 8th at 13 lunar distances, 25 to 52 meters. Not super huge, but it's twice the size of the one that came into our atmosphere and landed in Russia in 2013 of February, so 3 years ago. This one they say is March 8th, but then on their own website they say small asteroid to pass close to Earth March 8th. Okay, so they say March 8th here, but then they had another article that was March 5th. And I have that posted, and I'll post a link to the video I made a few days ago, where their date has been 5th to 8th. And I think down here in the reading, they also make suggestion that it could be from May 5th to the 8th. Yeah, it says right here, during the upcoming March 5th flyby, asteroid 2013 TX68 could fly past Earth as far as 9 million miles or as close as 11,000 miles. The variations possible in possible closest approach distances is due to the wide range of possible trajectories for this object, since it was tracked for only a short time after discovery. Okay, so they say March 5th here, but up here they say pass close to Earth March 8th. So they have conflicting information, and I made a video about that. However, that is March 8th. The comets are coming by March 21st and 22nd. Okay, what's interesting about March 8th is we also have a total solar eclipse on Tuesday, March 8th night to Wednesday, March 9th. Depends on where you at. Actually, it depends on where you're at in the hemispheres, okay, and in what area of the world. However, it's a total solar eclipse, March 8th to the 9th, and in the same time frame that we're going to be expecting that asteroid to pass by. And they say that this is going to be far enough we don't have to worry about it coming in to our atmosphere and landing anywhere. However, they say that all the time, but just a few weeks ago we had one crash into the southern Atlantic Ocean, okay, and I don't even think they knew that one was coming in. And again, it's just double the size of the Russian one from 3 years ago. They did say that it was going to be about double the size. The size is about double. And that's just interesting to me, because I mentioned that in my other video. The Lord had told me a smaller asteroid would come in near California, around, not at California directly, but somewhere near California. And it would be twice the power as the one from, he told me 20 megatons, and the one that landed in Russia 3 years ago was 10 megatons. So that's why I'm just curious to watch and see what happens. Okay, as far as the comets coming, those are the 21st and 22nd of March, which is right after the winter-spring equinox. And also we have a lunar eclipse on the 23rd. There's a prenumbral lunar eclipse. Even parts of North America will be able to see it. Asia, Australia, North America, and South America. So it'll be approximately like 83% of the moon covered. So here's where it says this is the it will be hard to see as the moon will only be a bit fainter, but the blue is it says eclipse is visible in this region here, from here to here, and not visible in Africa and Europe right there. However, we will see it in Los Angeles March 23rd at around 2:39 a.m. So early in the wee bit hours of the morning on March 23rd. Another reason why I think that these things are interesting, and I keep my eye out for any meteors that do come in, even if they're small, because the Lord gave me a word back almost 2 years ago, EMP, and he told me that it stood for, I thought, oh yeah, I know what an EMP is, electromagnetic pulse, but he told me no, earthquake, meteor, and power going out. So the earthquake, there would be a large California earthquake, and he had already given me the warning and confirmation for that in a previous time, like a year and a half so before this. Then a meteor, a large not dinosaur, not killing all life on the planet meteor, but a large meteor, and then the power going out. And I don't know how that will happen, whether it's from the meteor or whether it's an attack or our grid just goes down or a solar flare. I don't know. So this was the order of things that were going to be coming. And he gave me confirmation for that word as well. So I know that there's going to be large California earthquake, a meteor, not killing all life on the planet as we know it, but a meteor, and power going out. Also, a few months later, he gave me a dream, and I shared this in my other video, about 2 meteors to come. So the first one was going to be a smaller one near California that wasn't really going to do much harm. It wouldn't really affect me. But the second one was going to be that it was going to cause some damage. And so the second one is a larger one, and that's the one that's in this EMP word. So, but that just told me that before the larger one comes, there would be a confirmation of a smaller one coming before it. So that's why I sort of keep an eye out on any of the meteors that are coming in, so that when that smaller one, like the Russian one, comes in and it's closer to California than Russia or anywhere else, I will know that will be confirmation that the large California earthquake will follow sometime after that, followed by a larger meteor, and then the power going out, which will all be devastating. The earthquake and power going out for California would be very devastating. I don't know where he told me that the second meteor would be larger and it would do some damage, and it would be further away, so it won't be directly at California or anything. The word he gave me back in December, a couple months ago, was wake up, destruction is coming, it is near. And so he just wants his people to be ready. He is going to judge the nations, and he's going to stir and shake up everyone. Those that are he's stirring us up to be ready, to be prayed up, ready, and knowing that these things are happening, so that we're prepared mentally, physically, and spiritually, and that we're better suited to deal with it. And those lukewarm Christians are going to he's causing this to happen so that he can stir up his church, and he can get people focused on him and others more than themselves, and to get his bride ready, to purify and clean his church, his bride, before the wedding. And then for those that aren't saved, for some it will be even more devastating. for them to deal with it. But for some, he's going to use that to as an outreach and for us to witness to them, to share the Lord and to help those and help them see Christ in us and use it as a ministry opportunity. So that is all I wanted to share with that. I just thought that was interesting that there's actually two, and the P2016 BA14 Pan-STARRS will be the closest comet to come by the Earth in 246 years. So that's a big deal. So pray up, be ready. God bless.